Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jasmill and welcome to episode 3, I think. Yes, it's episode 3 of my new series called Millennial Glow-up. And this is all being pre-recorded because I just want to have like a full arsenal, is that the word? An arsenal of videos planned and edited and uploaded and just drafted on my YouTube account so I can feel like this is gonna go somewhere, just really commit to this. And I want to inspire people that are going through similar things like me, insecurities within themselves, lack of confidence, confusion in their career path, not really knowing what to do, yet on the path to personal development, mental health, clarity, and personal financial freedom. Really, I'm searching for purpose, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. If you didn't watch my first 2 videos, please go watch them. The first one is just my introduction and why I'm doing this video series. And then the second one is my journey after college and my experience with my first corporate job and leaving that job and trying different things in between. This is going back to 2 years ago. This was 2018. I had just quit my job in my first corporate, real corporate America job in a huge software company in Boston, Massachusetts. I had no other jobs lined up and I just wanted to get away. I was feeling really unmotivated, really purposeless. So me and my friend decided to go abroad to Cartagena in Colombia for 2 months, July and August 2018, to just chill. I wanted to get away and I wanted to focus on my content creation because I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years, ever since high school. Even though it's been a rough ride, I'm still trying and I'm still going after those dreams because why not? And I love creating and I love talking to the camera and putting all my shit on the internet. I started really being consistent and confident and purposeful with my content creation since 2017. So I was newly hired in my corporate job and I just saved enough money to buy myself my professional camera, and this is the camera that I'm still recording on 3.5 years later. It is my Canon, what is it again? I think it's Rebel T7i. Yeah, I've been using this for 3 years and that's when I started really trying to make more consistent YouTube videos. Even though my views were still little and I wasn't getting a lot of traction, I was still focused on beauty and makeup videos, and I think that never worked out for me. I went over this in the first video. I just don't think I am a niche person. I made a brand new Instagram page in 2017. And by 2018, I think before I left to Colombia, I was at 3K followers, which I was super excited about. I don't think I've ever reached 1,000 followers before. And I didn't have any fake followers. Maybe there were some spam accounts following me, but spam accounts follow any account. But I did research social media marketing and Instagram following and how to grow your Instagram. And one video that gave a really good suggestion was an automation software for Instagram. So a software that automatically likes photos and content from people that like your content and then follows the people that follows. And I was just able to automate everything and then insert all the data. Eventually, Instagram always had a problem with softwares like that, but I was able to still get away with it. It wasn't until summer of 2019, so a year later, that Instagram completely locked all of my abilities because my profile was spammy with the automation software. I had to get rid of it and I had stopped paying for it because it wasn't working anymore. But that program did help me reach 5K and I am grateful for that. And I know that's it wasn't organic obviously, but it was really hard to grow my Instagram. So I went to Colombia and I honestly thought that going to Colombia, then those 2 months, that I was gonna get Instagram famous. I really thought that those 2 months I was gonna get famous or something, and I was gonna grow a massive following and people were gonna love that I went to Colombia and all my beautiful pictures and beach pictures and exploring pictures and aesthetic pictures and all that stuff, but it doesn't work like that. Not for everyone. I know it works for some people, but for me, I actually went down in engagement, I think. Confused me so much. Those whole 2 months that I was in Colombia, I think I maybe like got an extra 500 followers. And I just tried to have fun with it. I tried to enjoy my time there. I traveled a lot with my friend. It wasn't always easy, like being with someone 24/7 every day for 2 months, but we did have my sisters came down to visit me, her boyfriend came down to visit her, and we went to Medellin for like a week. But I really wish that we stayed in Cartagena for a month and then we stayed in Medellin for another month, because Cartagena is beautiful and tropical and amazing, but it's a small like downtown center, and we kind of just got a little bored after a while. Medellin had nature qualities. It didn't have a beach. It's like in the middle of a valley, and they had an amazing nightlife. It was such a big beautiful city, full of a lot of culture and a lot of different things, and I wish we stayed more. But yeah, we traveled and we had fun. And I also took a couple of courses on how to design websites, because I thought me and my cousin were gonna start a business, and I thought it was gonna be a partnership, but my cousin eventually didn't want to do it anymore. So I like learned how to build the websites on Weebly and everything, and I was like having fun with it, but obviously I wasn't gonna keep going if I didn't have her as a partner. I also ran out of money. I had trouble with my finances because I only brought like 2K, I believe. My friend wanted to go on so many trips and adventures and excursions, and I don't blame her. Like, I wanted to do more things too, but I didn't want to, like, I asked my mom for more money and she was able to send me more money, but I didn't want to keep asking her for money, and I didn't want to keep just getting behind on my finances. And I think my credit card was up to like $1,000, but then after I got a job, and the next year I paid that off and everything. I don't understand how people move to another country without a job, get on their feet, and like are able to get another job, and they don't even have savings, and they're just able to like survive and make it work. When I came back, I was like, I'm still not Instagram famous. My YouTube videos did not perform well. My Instagram is still like at 3-4K followers, and why are things not happening for me, you know? Because I felt like I wasn't like working crazy hard, but I felt like I was still being consistent, and I was still like putting out valuable, great work. And I saw other influencers out there that were like not doing much more than me, but still like succeeding. It was really hard to like acknowledge that and accept that fact. But I felt like social media influencer and being a content creator, I felt like that really was a calling for me. It's even hard accepting it today, like at the present moment. It's already been 3 years of me being consistent, putting up YouTube videos, putting up Instagram videos, and now being on TikTok. And I have like a pretty good following for like people that don't think of this as a career. Like regular people, like when they see my following, they're like, oh my God, like 20,000 on Instagram, 4,000 on YouTube, 5,000 on TikTok. Like that's something. That's like substantial, and that's something, but it's not enough if you want to make it like a full-time career. I came back and I was like, I'm broke. I'm like $1,000 in debt from my credit card. I owe my mom money. I need to find a job. But after I came back in September, I think I took like September and October to kind of chill. Like I was applying and looking for jobs, but I was like not too crazy intent on it. I was 25. I just came back from Colombia. I was in like the party mode. So when I came back, I wanted to hang out with all my friends and just like party every weekend and just go somewhere and just like have fun. Colombia for me was also like coming into my sexuality and being more confident and wanting to date. I like never dated before that, like a couple little dates, like little, but I never like was on the apps, or I never was like searching actively. I realized that, you know, if I have to go back to corporate America, because I'm not going to go back to retail. I've worked retail all high school and college. So when I was looking into what other corporate jobs I can kind of get into, I definitely knew that accounting and me were never gonna be the same anymore, even though so many accounting like recruiters were trying to get me back into accounting because they saw my resume and it's all accounting and finance. So it was really hard, and I was trying to do marketing, but again, I had no experience in marketing. I had personal experience like building my own brand and building my own following, but social media jobs weren't really a thing. It's so annoying trying to get a job and the job search, but I wasn't finding anything that was for me, and I just was like desperate to try to get a job because I needed some income coming in. So there was a part-time like $18 an hour little admin in Boston, and they were like, you want to go for this? And I was like, it sounds good, it sounds perfect. It was like gonna be like 10 to 4 p.m. and I was like, that's good. And I went, and they told me that they were gonna have projects for me and that blah 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 blah. Like they were trying to, like the resume was like admin work and projects and all that stuff, and like when I went in they even said that I was gonna do computer work, but I didn't realize that that wasn't the job that they were giving me, and it was basically to be a backup receptionist. And if I knew that, I feel like I would have said no, because I wasn't looking for a receptionist position. They wanted me to do that, and they wanted me to clean up after lunches and load dishes in the dishwasher and unpack inventory supplies and all that shit. And that's really what they needed. They just needed like backup help, and I thought that I was going to be able to do more projects and more computer work, but they had nothing for me. So it was a stupid, like whack job, and it brought up a lot of insecurities in me and triggered me a lot, like cleaning up after all these white people in this office, and like I have a freaking spent 5 years getting a degree. I was almost a CPA, and I'm like here like cleaning up after all these people and putting dishes in the dishwasher. But I knew that I just needed some money coming in. It was hard to find out what I was gonna do next, so I just needed like a break, a pauser, while I had some money coming in. And I was still living at home, and I had no debt, not that many expenses. I paid off my credit card, and I was starting to like get my savings going a little bit. I was researching into personal finances a lot, and I was just trying to save and be still, and also do content creation, do YouTube videos. I did that for 1.5 years, and I probably would have done it a little bit longer, but honestly I wanted to quit like a month afterwards, because the woman that was like a manager to me was the most horrible person I've ever experienced in my life, personal and professional. The most horrible personality that I've ever had to work with. And I tried so much to ignore her, to like settle things with her, to talk to her, to get used to her personality. She didn't like me, I didn't like her, and that's it. But I like that because I was able to get my work done so quickly, and I was just on my computer at the front desk for the majority of the time. I was able to work on my content, upload and engage with people, and I also took on freelancing for 2 small organizations, startups. I started managing their Instagram, and that is when I started using my personal skills as a social media content creator to help small businesses grow their Instagram, get more brand awareness, get more brand presence, get more SEO rankability. And I did do a really good job. I was able to film videos for them and edit and create for them and do flyers and promotional marketing materials and all that stuff. So I am proud of, you know, what I was able to do with the knowledge that I had, and with no budget. Everything was organic growth and everything. So during that summer 2019, because I worked at that job from November 2018 to February 2020, I was also planning on starting an e-commerce store. I bought a Ty Lopez program, and if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, he's the guy that like sells programs online and is just telling everyone to like start their own business. And I bought one of his programs for like $500, but it included a bunch of different programs. One of them was social media marketing agency, but I was like, like I can do this for myself and like for some, like a couple of businesses, but I don't want to like get all these agencies and have to manage all their Instagrams and have to do everything myself. But honestly, like if I really wanted to, I could have like done it. And then there was wholesaling, so I tried to like learn about wholesaling because you didn't need a real estate license. You just needed to find broken down properties and then sell them to investors, and you were basically like the middle person between a real estate agent and an investor. So I went to like real estate meetup groups, and I, you know, heard like there was some wholesalers, but they were saying that it's a very unrespectable like position because you're not really respected by the agents, and like investors don't really take you seriously, and it's a lot of networking and talking and doing a lot of work yourself, and like everything that you do in life is a process, and you need to put a lot of energy and time into it. So again, it was like a salesy thing, and I feel like I'm not like a salesy person. I feel like I'm better at creating and strategizing and analyzing and reporting all these business opportunities that I was looking towards to and at and doing, and network marketing, all that stuff. It was like me being at the forefront and selling directly. I don't like the selling directly part. So when I saw drop shipping and having an e-commerce store, I like the idea of it because you're able to market it yourself and put stuff online and do some ad work and all that stuff, but you're not really selling. You're letting your content and your website and your ads kind of do the selling for you, and then you're able to get customers and grow and all that stuff. So I feel like I like that. So I did take an e-commerce and dropshipping class, just how to build the website, how to start your Shopify account and pick the domain name. And I had my domain name and I had all the stuff. And I was actually like making a list, and I was like doing a lot of work to like try to make this happen. And I was really into it. Like I liked the idea of starting my own store and everything. I just felt like I needed more capital. And in 2019, I did take a Miami trip with my sister, and my dog had an incident that I had to pay for out of pocket. So I had to, and I wasn't making like any money at this part-time job. So I had a lot of expenses. I felt like I was always like stuck. I was always stuck and always like, oh. And I was looking at Alibaba and AliExpress for drop shipping and products that I could sell. But honestly, like I didn't like the idea of selling cheap, like easily made and mass produced products. I want my brand in the future to be really sustainable. So yeah, I thought about selling like vegan leather like accessories for my first products, and then I thought about skincare because I love skincare products and stuff, and I can make my own lotions and everything. But with topical products and products in that region, you do have to get a lot of insurance for that sort of thing, and you have to like make things in a really hygienic way and have certain standards and everything. So I was looking at like tools, like skincare tools that are cheap but they're still effective and they're still great. So I literally like that winter of 2019, I literally bought like 4 different types of tools from AliExpress that I still use, that I still love. This is literally part of my weekly routine. So I definitely wanted to get into that, and I just bought all those samples and I implemented them into my routine, and I loved it. But I told myself that I wanted to save $2,000 for like all my business expenses and buying like products, but I also didn't know if I wanted to drop ship, because with drop shipping you have like no control of like how your boxes are presented to your customers. So I don't like that idea. Yeah, so that was like my stint at like being an entrepreneur, and I feel like I still am entrepreneurial, but I feel like I still need time to like get my own personal finances in order and have like a team that I can work with and just be more prepared and have more capital. Because if I start a business, I want it to be long term, and I want to have a really good foundation. So that's why in 2019 was like the most depressing years of my life. It was like very sad. I was in that stupid job. My content creation career was still like very stagnant, and I had like very low confidence, and I was like not feeling the high from Colombia anymore. Even though I was so proud that I went, I was like, maybe I should have stayed. I just like was going through so many emotions, but I was like trying to like consume a lot of content, read a lot of books, try out as many avenues as I could, and just gain a lot of experience and skills for the future, for when I am ready to like start my own business or land my job of my dreams, that I'm like equipped with like all the knowledge that I have, and I'm more confident. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna save the more airing of bad mistakes for the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you have gone through.